Hey guys, here's Dr. C once again with another awesome topic. As always, these topics are sent to me. I have not really read through them, completely random. Thank Ms. Glow for finding these topics online for us and sending us those questions. And so the topic of today is passion and purpose. Wow, great topic. Passion and purpose. So if this is something that you want to jump in with us, I'm going to jump into these few questions. And so join me. Question number 1. How can passion contribute to a sense of purpose or meaning? How can passion contribute to a sense of purpose or meaning? I would actually phrase it this way. Passion is the fuel of purpose. Passion is the fuel of purpose. Purpose is, if I use it this way, in analogy, it's like a vehicle, right? It's the vehicle. Well, let me just use it for now, right? Not the best analogy, but I want you to think of purpose as the vehicle and passion as the fuel, right? And so passion is what keeps you there, right? You know, when you're, I like to say that whenever you're going somewhere, right? Whenever you have a vision to go somewhere, there's always going to be turns, hills, valleys, turns, that's part of the process, right? But one thing that I do love is that when you're going through all these things, there's this thing called passion, right? And that passion is what helps you go up that steep hill. Passion is that thing that helps you go through that deep valley, right? And so I always say, hey, always go back to remember the meaning or the why. Go back to, if you want to, the goal here is go figure out why you're doing what you're doing. That is part of the passion, right? So passion is powerful. Passion is important for anybody who wants to create something great. What are some ways to align your passion with your values and goals? All right. What are some ways to align your passion with your values and goals? This is great, and I think we did one topic on this. Actually, go click on it, which is when you have passion means you really want to get something done, right? There's this motivation, right? It's the fuel, okay? Now, you can take a vehicle, fuel it, right? It's fueled really well, and you can now fly, right? But here's the thing. You have to have values, and you have to keep them within your goals. And so your values are what's going to tell you, hey, it's better for you to go at 70 miles an hour than 120 miles an hour. Because while you might get somewhere faster at 120 miles an hour, it increases the probability that you're going to crash. It increases the probability that you're going to get a ticket. It's going to leave you unsafe, right? And so that is your value system. Your value system is where you now collaborate with your passion and say, hey, I have passion, I have drive, but there's a way in which I want to conduct this process, okay? And so there's an argument that says the end justifies the means, right? The problem with that is normally it leaves scars, right, when you use such phrases. And so I will tell you, yes, the ends don't justify the means. I'll say the means and the ends are both important, and your value system is what will conduct how you conduct yourself. Question number 3. How can you use your passion to make a positive impact? How can you use your passion to make a positive impact? Again, it goes back to the question of values. If your value system is about positive impact, to add value to society, to be a positive voice, then if you have a good value system, then your passion will drive you there. But if you have no value system, and you will just be driven by whatever, right? Whatever voice, whatever influence, that's what's going to drive you, right? And so this is really important, right? If you only think about entertainment, right? There are entertainers who they go and they have very strong value systems, so you never see them doing anything too off-putting. While there are those who just, their goal is to just get this much money and get this much fame. So they don't have boundaries. And so a man without value systems doesn't have boundaries. When you don't have boundaries, it doesn't matter how you go and how you do, right? So it's just really, it depends on your worldview and the value system you've decided for yourself on how you're going to create positive impact or not. Well, okay, final question. What role does passion play in achieving success or fulfillment? What role does passion play in achieving success or fulfillment? Well, I feel like I've already answered this, right? Always go back to my passion is my fuel. And I have a purpose that I want to fulfill, right? And that purpose requires this fuel because I have a vision of where I want to go. And so I want to be fulfilled. You know, one of the saddest stories I ever heard was a gentleman who had won the championship, right? I think it was maybe an NBA championship or the NFL. And when they won, their description is they went to a hotel, they were all by themselves, and that was the loneliest moment in their lives. At the pinnacle of success, it's amazing how so many people say it's a deep hole. That fulfillment they thought they were going to get was not there. So I want you to consider that while you have passion, you have to realize that you need a good value system. And so I'll encourage you, right? If you've not thought about this, then it's time. It's never too late. It's time to think about what are my value systems and how do I want to use those value systems to inject them into my fuel called passion, and so that at the end of the day, I'll live a very fulfilled life at the end. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this moment with Dr. Casper and the Actualize family. As always, like, comment, subscribe, right? And follow us, right? As we build and work together. Bye-bye. All right. What are let's move on to the next question. All right.
Welcome to Actualize Talks, your destination for purpose discovery, setting vision goals, and fostering leadership growth.
I'm joined in studio by Dr. Casper. Dr. Casper.
Joining me now in the studio, we have Dr. Casper.